SMSFs have become an increasingly popular super fund option for many Australians because of the flexibility it offers, but with great freedom comes great responsibility, and SMSF compliance law is not short of red tape. Hi, I'm Krishan Sharma, founder and director of Kindness Accountants. As a team, our goal is to provide you with the necessary information to understand financial position and make the best decision for your business. The great thing about self-managed super fund is that you are in the driver's seat. You can make decisions about your retirement savings, what investments you put your money into, and how much risk you are willing to take on. So, they are a popular option for investors looking to have greater control over their retirement savings. But the decision to set up SMSF should not be taken lightly. There are a lot to consider when it comes to taking on responsibility of running your own super fund. In today's video, I want to give you a brief overview of everything you need to know about running SMSF. Before we get started, it is important to note that this information is intended as a guide only. It should not be seen to constitute legal or tax advice. You should, where necessary, seek your own advice for any legal or tax issues raised in your business affairs. Let's start with defining what an SMSF is. SMSFs are private superannuation funds that are set up and managed by the members of the fund. Under the superannuation rules, the members of an SMSF must act as a trustee of the fund or as the director of the fund's corporate trustee and are legally responsible for managing the fund under the strict set of legal requirements. Unlike traditional industry and retail super funds, the owner of the SMSF decides exactly how and where to invest. This is why it is the fastest growing sector of the super industry. And it is not just the control that attracts people, and SMSF also offers more options when it comes to implementing financial strategies and estate planning. The most important consideration when it comes to investing SMSF funds is that the investment strategy must be for the benefit of the members and must follow strict superannuation rule guidelines. For example, if you were going to use your SMSF to invest in residential property, you cannot purchase property from other fund members or relatives. You also cannot use the property as your main residence. And if you want to borrow money for your investment, you have to do so through a limited recourse borrowing arrangement. Another important consideration is that managing an SMSF is a lot of work. Even if you get professional help, it is time consuming. You need enough time to set up the fund and manage ongoing activities like researching viable investment, creating and following investment strategy, and all the accounting obligations. As a part of investment strategy, trustees must consider the need to hold insurance for members. You also need to keep records of all your transactions, prepare annual financial reports and member benefit statements, appoint an independent auditor to undertake an annual audit, and lodge a separate income tax return for the fund. And if you own commercial property that receives rent of over $75,000 per year, your SMSF needs to be registered for GST. But there is a range of benefits that comes from having SMSF. You have full control over your finances and future and can make choices that benefit your specific circumstances to maximize your earnings. You are able to make your own choices about your investment and can invest in anything as long as it meets the sole purpose test and aligns with the investment strategy. You can also get significant tax benefits. For example, most contributions are taxed at 15% and withdrawals are usually tax-free if you are age 60 and over. So, if you personally fall into higher income tax bracket and more than 15% income tax, this would be a smart tax strategy. And if you borrow money to buy property, then the fund qualifies to claim loan interest as a tax deductible expense. So essentially, there are many advantages and few downsides that you need to weigh when deciding whether or not to set up SMSF. Think about whether you need or want more control and flexibility that SMS provide, and whether you have time required to properly manage the fund and keep up with any changes to the superannuation rule. Before we finish up the video, I do just want to add that navigating the path to setting up and managing your own SMSF can be challenging. So it really helps to have knowledgeable advisors by your side to avoid making mistakes and running into trouble with the ATO. I hope you find this video helpful. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment box below. Otherwise, stay tuned for more videos around business and investing. See you next time.